how much stress, the chance of getting a negative quirk is in part based on how much stress you end the mission with. The fact that we came out of this with no negative quirks at all is unbelievably lucky. Cool. A nice positive quirk out of this guy too. Wonder why.
Let the organ notes ring out from the abbey. The sisters are gathering.
Too bad these are level 1 Vestals this late in the game. I'm not really interested. Although a tough, hard-skinned fucking Vestal is about as good as it gets. I'd like that. I don't think it's worth recruiting. I mean, I just did only one level 1 mission on this guy. On Mark Poops over here. Although, Early Riser and Eldritch Slayer isn't bad either.
Quitters never win.
Welcome back, Tennessee. No, they're not random. It's not based off events that happen in the dungeon. It's based on the stress that you come out of the dungeon with. There's a tambourine that... Okay. You ready? You guys ready for a comparison? Well, this looks like I think I might have actually got nerfed too, but okay. So this is 25%, minus 25% stress if torch above 75, and 20% stress healed. Got it? This is a blue item for the fucking Jester. He takes reduced stress damage in general and heals more stress. Ready? Let's compare it to this piece of crap. Where is it? Not that one, the other one. This one gives you 33% more stress healed, so 8%, right? 25 to 33, it's only 8% more stress healed. And instead of reducing the incoming stress, amplifies the incoming stress. You gotta be fucking kidding me. Like, that's so bad. Yeah, minus 25% stress taken. So the difference is, when you're using, you have, there's a change of 50 incoming, oh my god. It's percentages, and when you're dividing percentages is different. But you get the sense, right? This one gives you a 25% reduction in stress. This one gives you a 25% increase in incoming stress. Why? What is with this fucking item? Why is it so bad? Yeah, it works in dark runs. So in dark runs, now you can have even more stress. Like when you don't want stress, you're now getting more of it. Doesn't the item improve the Jester's skill, the Jester's stress healing skill? They both do. This one improves the Jester's stress healing skill by 33%, and this one provides it by 25%. Or 20%, excuse me. It just seems ridiculous to me. The one item just seems so much clearly better than the other. And it's not in the way that you'd expect. Anyways, just a pet peeve with the item balance stuff. Alright, we survived that mission. What do we have floating around in here? That's interesting. I kind of want it. I think this is the time we kill this prophet. Ooh, but 33% healing skills. No. No. Alright, let's go do this. We've been putting off the prophet for a while till I had an item we wanted, and we're finally there. Let's do it. We're doing this with what? Hound in position 2. It's not a mobile team. It doesn't have good stress healing. It's actually kind of painful in portions. We might be a little bit stressed by the time we make that position. Oh well. I could double stun to start. Oh, I can heal in position 2. Oh, never mind. We'll just run this. This is much better. Okay. That's who we're running in the positions we're running it in. Do we have anything here? 75 deeds. Is there anything with 80 deeds? No, it's 80 portraits. Or 110 deeds. Antiquarian, Occultist, Plague Doctor. Yeah, I don't really give a fuck about those three. Training ring I like. Altar of Light. Yeah, I mean, I guess. That's 200. That I don't care about. That's okay. That's whatever. Bank. Cartographer's Camp. Sanguine Winters are what we're looking at, I think, and possibly Training Ring. Alright. Did I warm up towards the Occultists? Well, I like their flexibility a lot more. That they can heal from different positions now. And what I've been doing is running them as part of multiple healers in a group. I still hate the variants, but the fact that I can have more other... I can stack other healers in different positions while actually using them for their... actually using their stun and still getting some heal out of that is pretty positive for me. Because I think the Occultist stun is absolutely incredible. It has a high crit chance, which means it's high stress reduction for your team, while simultaneously being in position 1 through 3 stun that you can use in position 2, which is great. Okay, so we know what we're bringing. So the next question is sanitizing and stress healing. Let's go have a look. Gambler. Tetanus. Tuckered out needs to go. Let's get rid of that. Oops. And anemic needs to go. Don't really care about those. We need some stress healing. Is he the only one I care about? Kind of. We're gonna stress heal Obliza and Mark. Oh, he's a gambler. That sucks. Could level this up, but I really don't want to. Dude, he's still there. It's dumb. I always thought that was based on the amount of stress they had, but he had 0 stress when he went in and he's still in there. Where's my level up? There he is. Okay. Gambling hall, huh? Did we pick up any shitty items for this? We have some shitty items. We'd probably lose our item to do this. I'm never gonna use that though. I don't think. Okay. Alright. It's a little bit low on cash right now. These guys all have their upgrades. They do not. We need to make that sorted. Tempted to get that. Matter looks good. Cook looks good. Do I want to run Weakening Curse on this one? Yeah, I probably do. Okay. And this is a nice one for Riposte if I can get it going. Okay. How am I liking the DLC? I really like it, actually. I like the blood mechanic so far. You've seen a lot of negative comments? I'm curious, what has been the negative comment stuff that's been going on about it? So far, it's been fun. I like the new boss stuff. Neither of the 2 bosses were too ridiculous. There was a long-ass dungeon in the Baron, but it was not unplayable long. I think it's been good so far. I'm kind of surprised by that. I don't think very much of the hero balance right now. I don't think it changed a lot of the things that should have been changed, but it's still, I guess, better than it was, slightly. Item balance, I think, has been, as a whole, been okay. There's some stuff that's come out of that I don't think is very good, like I've been talking about, but yeah. Alright, Vial plus stress resist. We're not doing this in low light. Who's this? This is the Hound. Damage dealer on the Prophet. Stress healer the rest of the time. So speed is valuable. If we could do scouting, that would be fine. Alright, stun percentage and what else? Speed. Don't like that minus accuracy mod. Guess it kind of cancels out. Nice to have accuracy right there though. Accuracy seems to almost have been removed from fucking items. It's kind of interesting. This is one of the ones where I wish I had a recovery charm. It's pretty fast. Maybe we run Junia's head for healing. Do we have any more stress resist in here? Did I sell it all? Only 25% above 75. Prophet Unholy. Yeah, I don't know. The last couple, I mean, I really like Dawn of War 3 as a RTS, and it got really shitty Steam reviews. I've not been very impressed with the Steam comments section, quite honestly. I don't remember if Prophet's Unholy or not. I think he is. I think Unholy damage would be good here. There's dots, that's Unholy damage. This is stress relief and healing, and this is stunning. That seems pretty solid to me. Oh, we have the man-at-arm items though, don't we? Stun resist, debuff skill chance, death blow resist. Actually, stuns. This is probably better than this right now. Stun resist versus the Prophet is good though, so he'll stun out your guards. So having stun resist is nice. I think in general, I'd run that over the stun amulet. I'd run the old unit standard. Sure, whatever, we'll do that. I just want to use it. Okay. Hello, Isis Toy. Alright. Let's go get this item. We have the sanitarium loaded up. We have our stress healing loaded up. We have our items. Do we have camping skills for this? What are we going to camp with? Dark strength would be nice. Should run some more man-at-arms camping skills. Particularly, I like weapons practice. So it's probably going to be dark strength and then weapons practice plus tactics. Or maybe maintain equipment plus weapons practice. That seems more likely. Alright, let's get the rest of the man-at-arms camping skills though. Ouch. Hurt. Cash flow. Alright. It's provision. We want food. We want skeleton keys. Shovels. Torches. Torches are expensive. I want a holy water and a medicinal herb. Let's get to it.
Excavations beneath the manor were well underway when a particularly ragged indigent arrived in the hamlet. This filthy, toothless miscreant boasted an uncanny knowledge of my ambitions.
Our modest fellowship expands. Praise the sub.
I would soon unleash.
Welcome to the channel, Flexible Moral Compass. Also, awesome Twitch name. Cheers for the sub, mate.
The echoes of his mindless tittering reverberate maddeningly.
I gotta remember to change skills once we get to the guy. I don't remember doing everybody's armor here. I didn't do everybody's armor here. We're missing armor on the dog and the occultist. That sucks. We're missing a weapon on the dog too. The dog's a primary damage dealer. It's a bummer. Alright, we want stab, heal. We're in position 2. Stun, heal, nuke. Okay. Want highlight when I enter rooms for increased scouting chance. Level 0 collector shambler you don't like? Yeah. You just have to run from the level 0 collector tends to be fine. The level 1 shambler you often have to run from. You have to run from shambler most of the time throughout most of the game. And actually the shambler gets harder the later in the game it is. So I hear you, but I'm not necessarily convinced that that needs a retune. Certainly I think the retreat mechanic being percent based is really dumb. I got to figure out exactly what influences that, because I find it extremely unpleasant to have my options taken away from me. It's the same reason why I hate some of the core afflictions. All right. Stunning this guy before he acts would be super nice. We're gonna do that. You know, it fucks with my light.
Reeling, about to break.
Let's make them go slower so we can go next. I like the plus debuff skill built into that item. It's nice. Dot them. But I don't think this is a game that's particularly hard to get good at. So I don't think there's like a very high skill cap in this game. I think it's just really understanding some real basic fundamentals about the game. So maybe, but arguably it just should. In some sense, I kind of want to respond with, well, put a little bit of time into getting good at the game, and you'll be good at the game. It's not a tough game to get good at. Most of the things are fairly simple decisions once you understand what you're deciding between. So I don't know. It's certainly a hard game for the novice walking into it, but it's billed as that. It's called Darkest Dungeon. The opening screen, like the first line of text, is like, this game is about making the best of a bad situation. You will lose characters. You will have failures. You will have setbacks, and the early modes are very much hand-holdy. So I don't know. I hear you on one level, but I'm not convinced on another that is something we need to be concerned about. That guy's dead before he acts. I'd like to stun into this guy. Let's dot this guy up. Throw a heal there. Stun this guy. I had the wrong skills on the dog, though. He shouldn't have the stun. Yeah, I think the tutorial mission is one of the hardest missions in the game because it's the highest amount of RNG.
Unforgiving.
Kill that guy.
Decimated.
I like the fact it doesn't have minus 10% damage on it. This should heal. Do we care about this? Is he dead? He's dead. Okay.
Slowly, gently. This is how a life is taken.
Alright, you're supposed to have stress healing on. I think I just heard secret room. No. Locked sarcophagus. I see 2 blockages. I can avoid one of those blockages and get more loot doing it, though. I only brought 2 keys, and there's a lot of key interactions here. Still.
If only treasure could staunch the flow of.
I guess I could avoid. I don't want to walk around that much. All right, whatever. Take it. It's because the old road, especially on low light, is very RNG heavy. Do you get surprised? Yes, no. Do you get critical shot from point blank? Yes, no. Does he use point blank instead of punishment? Yes, no. Does your bleed get resisted? Yes, no. And can you actually coordinate it so the bleed kills the large corpse so that you can get at the back rank? There's just a lot of fucking RNG in the first mission on low light. On high light, it's not such a big deal, but all right, dot these guys up. I dog biscuit here normally, but I'm saving it for the boss, so I guess damage there. Stun here. Okay. The first couple dungeons are really, really challenging. Just because your characters are so bad and you have so little control over the things. You have so little ability to influence the RNG that you encounter. So I guess that would be a fair criticism, I think, of the first couple missions. That it would be really nice if the first couple missions weren't so much of a crapshoot, even if you're a good player. I guess I can do damage there.
Press this advantage. Give them no quarter.
That kills him. Really want to kill him.
Terrors may indeed stalk these shadows, but yonder, a glint of gold.
Yeah, Clip the Crusader, but I think that is a good introduction to how much fucking quirks suck. So it's a good introduction into why you want to remove negative quirks. It's just then they don't introduce the sanitarium until like week 4 or whatever it is. I think it's actually based on the number of how much progression there is in the runes. This is useful versus the Prophet, but I'm not keeping it. So, all right, let's go this way. I don't really want to be no light here. This group is not set up for no light. Although they're kind of okay at the moment. I'm not gonna have enough inventory space to do no light right now. Should have looted the torch first, of course. I dismissed that Crusader a hell of a lot. I don't have the achievement for completing the game with the 2 starting characters because I almost always dismiss that Crusader. What the journal entries do, they don't do anything. They're just filler. Not filler. That's not the word I'm looking for. They are just holy crap. Lore. Alright, quick dot there.
Well struck.
Nice. I'm gonna self-heal here so I can stun with the guy. Notice anything here? Here's some mechanics in this game are strong. Let's make sure he goes slower next round. Heal there.
Compassion is a rarity in the fevered pitch of
damage there. Heal that.
Continue the onslaught. Destroy them all.
Let's toss these. Bring home blood. Okay. Let's grab whatever this is. Another damage buff, huh? All right.
A handsome reward for a task well performed.
Nice surprise round. So we stun there. Kill.
Be gone, fiend. Another one falls.
Make him go last. Dead to the dot now. Self-heal. We can attempt to remove any stress. We can kill it.
As the fiend falls, a faint hope blossoms.
I want to keep generating scouts in the early game, and then I'll save torches. Could have actually saved whatever it was I just threw away. What achievements am I missing? I don't really achievement hunt very often, so I'm probably missing lots of them. I don't really know a lot of the achievements. Stunning that guy's nice. It's really surprising that the Speed 4 guy went first in this round. We have a lot of much faster guys. He's dead before he acts now. Okay. I don't have any recovery to do, so let's just kill this stuff. See the occultist doing tons of work right now. They just have such high crit chance, the occultists. Jesters are comparing. I used to be of the mindset that jesters were not very good as well. And I forget what they changed. There was some change. Maybe it was just partial exposure, but no, don't do that. Yes, we just picked up a negative quirk. It's really annoying. But just putting jesters and lepers in the same breath is just... It's not reasonable. Not reasonable at all. Changed finale. Is that recent? No, before that. I don't know, I think I undervalued them. I ran into some issues with their HP being extremely low and the variants just crushing me. But they're just so good. They're one of the few stress healers. I think it was when they changed the no light stuff and they again upped the stress. I think that was the patch before this one, before this DLC patch. I think that was what pushed it over the edge for me on jesters, because stress healing became essentially 100% necessary in low and zero light runs, and they are by far the best stress healer. The Hound is decent for party stress if you have long recovery, but for a single target recovery, like where you only have a couple rounds, it's just nothing beats the jester. So I remember as something changing with them. Like, I tried them a couple times and they were just too much of a liability. Their hit points combined with the fact they were a dodge tanking class just left my party way too vulnerable with them, especially at the later levels of dungeons. But the way stress healing is right now, I don't know, I still lose jesters way too much, but stress healing became important enough that I'm willing to risk that most of the time. I don't want to throw this shit out. Especially the one that I purchased. Feels bad, man. Alright. Starting to stack up a fair number of fucking buffs. Going into the... If I had put this buff on the Hound, it would have made no sense at all to camp before the...
Wealth beyond measure. Dude. Awarded to the brave and the foolhardy alike.
Can't take these home. I'd like to. Bed. Oh, the trinket should go. Yeah, the gray trinket at 750. Yeah, you're probably correct.
Quakes.
We didn't max it at all, but whatever.
Foolish horrors. Brought low and driven into the mud.
Might be time to throw out a stack of food too. We're almost done this dungeon. It's kind of weird not needing to have camped at all here. Where do we start? There? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, it's definitely up. Kind of hoping to get some scouting pings here, but not been lucky with that. So much stuff that could be valuable, but probably won't. We will bone ourselves if we find a secret room, or if this next room's a treasure room, or if that room's a treasure room, but I'm starting to think about how much of this inventory is coming home. Oh look, it's a treasure room! Glorious.
Darkness closes in, haunting the hearts of men.
It is a level 1 boss. It's probably going to be pretty easy, but again, I tend to err on the side of caution because losing an entire week is so much worse than losing a couple hundred gold. Okay, they're both dead. We don't care what they do.
Precision and power. Death waits.
Yeah, but that doesn't. What you just described doesn't actually work. Bastion for jaywalking. So it does. The heal does tick before the dot, the negative dot, but the heal is a very, very small heal over time, and it doesn't scale very well. Which means that it's still, the dot can still be big enough that the heal procs, your heal over time goes, and then the dot kills you anyways. So if it like prevented the damage from a damage over time, or if it healed enough that the damage over time wasn't killing you, then I would be like all for it. But it just goes up wicked slow. Oh, it goes up, prevents a tick at 0, then goes back? What? Yeah, they just double crit me. It's super annoying. So I think we tested that, and I think we found that it was not as good as we wished it was. I don't remember what round this is. I got involved with that conversation in chat. Fuck. I wasn't trying to kill him.
This expedition at least promises success.
Alright, any more fights? No, of course not. So we took a bunch of damage, then killed him with that bellow when I wasn't looking. Should have been a guard. What damage buffs are we gonna get? Protection. All companion damage. All companion damage doesn't actually help anything. Oh, it does. It helps a little tiny bit there. It's almost a wash camping. Because of the buffs we've already picked up. I don't think we're camping. Yeah, that's the problem right now with the Flagellant for me, is that most of his stuff I don't fucking use at all. Like, I like his regular attack, I'm quite fond of it. I like the mechanic. Yeah, look, there's another thing to buff us with damage too. I like the thing if we run into problems with the Flagellant, he has an emergency heal. But I don't think his rest of his abilities are very good. Most of the time, it's better to heal than it is to apply a dot removal. Although it does suck the mark off, which might be reasonable. And most of the time, it's better. And most of the time, his other abilities, you just don't use them. Just like there's not a scenario that arises very often that's actually good for use. You eat all you can eat, yeah. All right, I think we're going in like this. We'll talk about him at some point. I'm gonna make an entire video about him at some point. So. Do I need to move items around at all? I don't think so. I'd like to take the map off, but I don't have inventory space. I guess the 1 speed probably doesn't matter here. So I could drop the 10% stress. Alright. Alright, asshole.
There, behind the pews, spouting his mindless drivel.
No one likes mindless drivel. Give him the dots. Oh, why am I doing this in no light? I'm not doing this in no light.
The promise of safety.
A brilliant confluence of skill and purpose.
There's no reason for me to do this in no light. We're not doing an all no light run, so.
A powerful blow.
That's his white dot, right?
To body and
It's actually
brain.
kind of irritating. Oh, good. Hide the guy who already has protection up so I can set up retribution. That's awesome. Dot him up again. We're already damage buffed. I'm quite tempted to self-heal here. But let's weaken him again. Alright. Dodge each other. Dots. Let's. I think minus 70% is fine. Let's throw it heal. Still buffed. Yep, one more round. Guard here. Don't look over here. Smacks him. I like it a lot. Rebel with Ruin also smacks him. He's dead to the dots. Oh, apparently he's not dead to the dots. Oh, because that's not an action. It pretends like it's an action. It like selects him and does stuff, but it doesn't use his only 1 bar. He only has 1 action per turn. So that's not an action when he casts that shit. He's dead before he acts, so we can just heal. We'll heal. We'll stress heal. And we will guard. Die.
Inspiration.
Thanks.
And improvement.
Oh, I forgot to kill the light. Oops. Alright, toss that.
Remind yourself that overconfidence
Continue on.
is a slow and insidious killer.
Go this way. Turn on the correct stuff again. And we don't want riposte. I used to really like that Man at Arms, but I think Bellow is just better, and all the other skills are absolutely mandatory, so that's that. Hey guys, if you like Dungeons and Dragons, we recorded our weekly Dungeons and Dragons yesterday night, and that should all be up on my YouTube now. So if you're interested in that, it's available. Let's do some camping.
Huddled together.
Should have doused the light
Furtive
first,
and
but wanted the
vulnerable.
space.
Rats in a maze.
Let's get some stress healing out of this. I will do release the Hound or Hound's Watch, so we don't have an nighttime ambush. I don't want a nighttime ambush. We'll do Therapy Dog. Get rid of stress. We'll do Encourage to get rid of stress. I think we're at 0 stress now. We can run +3 speed on that guy. To rest.
As the light gains
Douse
purchase,
the light.
spirits are lifted,
Open the
and
chest.
purpose is made clear.
Do I bother with this last area? Probably. It's been a pretty easy run so far. The bad part is if you get one fight with real high stress, like just some unlucky stress cast, for example, and you can't recover, you end up like coming out like 40 stress on 2 guys when you would have had 0. I don't have the curio for that anymore. There's nothing in this. Oh, this has been unlucky. Anyone know what a stack of wood sells for? Does it sell for anything? There's nothing here, so it's irrelevant. Okay, let's walk out of here. All right. Right back.